What's going on, everybody? My name is Chap the Dude. I've never made a video like this before, but I got online today and my Twitter feed was just blowing up with fucking these people talking about this marathon game that had a gameplay trailer or a reveal or whatever dropped today. So we're actually going to watch that together, and I'm going to kind of give my feedback on it and tell you guys what I think of it. So, let's get right into it, shall we? So right off the bat, we got a bunch of dudes that kind of look like that robot from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare that I can't actually remember the name of at the moment. They also kind of look like Power Rangers a little bit. People who don't know about video games are gonna see this title and be like, ugh, a game about running?
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4.
Oh, just what we need. Another team-based shooter.
You are a runner.
Oh man.
A cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats.
You know what it sounds a lot like? It sounds like The Division with how they did the Dark Zone and how you and a whole bunch of other players would be in there looking for loot, and then whoever gets out first gets the loot. So it doesn't sound like a bad concept, but we've still yet to see it executed. So we shall see.
To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying,
That is a spooky looking bitch.
you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs.
So it's a looter shooter.
Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault. Death is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents, and in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
So it sounds like you might have sponsors. Kind of like if you've ever played The Finals, it's a free-to-play FPS. Each season you pick a sponsor that sponsors your character. You get like certain bonuses and upgrades with them. And it sounds like we might have something similar in Marathon.
Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic teamfights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews.
So one thing I'm noticing in this gameplay is none of the guns have any recoil. Like at all. None of them are moving at all when they're being shot. So like, if you had aimbot, it's gonna absolutely melt everybody.
With contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner.
Of course, they gotta have a squad, and they gotta have a solos, and I bet you they're gonna have duos, and they're gonna have trios, and hopefully churros.
No two runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive.
I really hope that I get to see another player struck by lightning, since they're doing all this weather stuff. Why not make it so we can get struck by lightning?
Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews.
So it's also a hero shooter?
Running support for your friends, grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need.
But it does look like a lot of what you get in game in terms of class is based off what you pick up in the world. So maybe the like Glitch and Void are just like based with abilities, and like hopefully those will branch off, because we really are in a market really oversaturated with hero shooters. And you know, just give us a bunch of abilities to pick from and to give our character. Why do we have to play as like a preset, pre-selected person?
You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1.
I bet ranked in this game is gonna be so sweaty. It'll be unbelievable.
Where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
So all in all, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a bad game, but they seem to be merging a lot of different genres and types of FPSs, because you've got a battle royale aspect to it where you're in this big old map with a whole bunch of other teams and only one's gonna win. You've got hero shooter, because, or hopefully what seems like a hero shooter, because you have pre-selected people or heroes that you're gonna play as, being like Void and this Glitch, as well as it's an extraction shooter that reminds me of the Division, where you extract with your loot. And on top of that, it's a looter shooter like Destiny, which is what I mean, honestly, did anybody not anticipate that? Anyway, I personally will probably try it when it comes out, as long as it's not some obscene price point. But let me know in the comments or what have you, what you guys think of it and what your guys' opinion is on Marathon. It comes out, I think it's September of this year, and I just want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below if you like this type of content. Maybe I'll make more of it. Follow me, subscribe, turn your notifications on, do whatever you want to do, and I will see you guys maybe in the next video. Deuces.